one more time. Nobody having any questions on unit boundaries? I was warned that there might be, but I guess not.
I do.
Okay, one question.
I do have one. And, 19 up there around Reno, I know that there's some changes in it. I sat down and spoke with Rob a couple weeks ago, and I met with Washoe County, Douglas, and Carson City about some type of way we can come up with a different boundary in Unit 19 besides Highway 395 and Highway 80 and Highway 50. Something to back hunters up out of the residential areas, and that type of boundary is one that makes everybody's head just scratch and hurt. It's something we couldn't do in a commission meeting. It's going to take a while to come up with, but that's something that I wanted to bring up, that even though we're doing these changes, I do believe there's additional changes that do need to be made in a few areas. It's just too big to tackle at this time.
Okay.
Just one.
Commissioner Raines.
I think it's to basically reiterate the thing about the map. A couple of these changes are very significant. Like, for instance, one area 14, there's been quite a bit of debate down there after seeing this. But, the main thing is trying to get that knowledge out there, because you're taking it from a well-known paved road that's been the area of the boundary for time immemorial, and now we're going to a dirt road that's, while it's known, it's obviously not the paved main road anymore. And just getting that knowledge out there, and I don't know, is there a way of noticing it beyond, I'm assuming you're coming up with something to notice this in the regs beyond, hey, these areas have changed, and not just a little bit, we're changing them 20 miles.
That's actually a really good suggestion, that we highlight some of those changes. Maybe we can do that with the wording, and maybe some way on the map that we can actually highlight places where there's been boundary changes. And the other thing is, hopefully the game wardens and biologists in the eastern region can spend some time marking some of those roads. We try to mark in a lot of places. We try to get those boundary signs out there. So that'd be another thing we can do besides news releases. But I won't commit anything for Con Ed.
Yeah, some of these are big. Not necessarily bad, just big.
Okay, any other commission questions, comments? Okay, outstanding. Let's move on. Let's see, we're doing item 8D, Commission General Regulation 404, LCD file number R091-11, radio, telemetry, and satellite transmitter regulations. Wildlife Staff Specialist Tony Wasley. The Commission will be asked to adopt an amendment to Chapter 503 of NAC prohibiting the use of an electronic receiving device to locate wildlife fitted with an electronic transmitting device while hunting, requiring notification of the Department when a radio-marked animal with a transmitting device is harvested, coordinate the return of the transmitting device to the Department, and prohibiting the destruction of such a transmitting device except by qualified Department personnel and other matters properly related thereto. Is Tony here? Or Larry, you doing that one? Okay.
Mr. Chairman, for the record, Larry Gilbertson, Department of Wildlife. This is one of those regulations that comes about because we found a need that we never thought we'd have to deal with. And we're putting out just a lot of radio collars right now. We're working on getting close to 300 deer collars out right now. We've got collars on bighorn sheep and elk and antelope, and just a lot of collars, plus sage grouse collaring efforts, and some of the birds we transplant we collar too. Last year, several deer were shot with radio collars, and in a couple of instances, hunters didn't want us to give us the collar back. They wanted to mount their animal with the collar on it. So we have hundreds of thousands of dollars invested in these collars. It's expensive to do the net gunning. It's expensive to do the satellite follow-up, the GPS, store on board follow-up. We've got a lot of money invested, and obviously we need and want the data from our collars. So we worked with law enforcement on the wording of this one to make it so that you need to let us have our collar back so we can collect the data that was put on there for. That's really all it boils down to.
Okay, bring it back to Commissioner Drew.
Just a couple of questions and thoughts that I had. I'm assuming the way this is written, it would apply to sage grouse, and I don't have a problem with that, but it might be worthy to put something in the regs informing people if you shoot a sage grouse, the collar, if they have to call in and make an effort to return that, so we don't have any flubs or miscommunications on that. And then the other part, and this is more of a question, and I don't see this happening, but I just want to clarify it. If this is passed, is there anything that could get someone in trouble by looking at, maps that NDOW provides or develops based on satellite or GPS or telemetry data?
That's not. I don't think that's not the intent.
That's not the way I read it. But.
No. It's been able to get a receiver, turn it on, dink, 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 or somehow locate the animal vis-a-vis.
Okay, any other commissioners, any questions? Okay, seeing none, I'll take it out to the public. Anybody in the public have any questions on the regulation regarding the telemetry collars? Okay, seeing none, I'll bring back the commission. I guess that's it on this one. Very good.